So we need to get serious about Social Security for a second. The reason for this is because I continue to get messages, I continue to get emails, I even get phone calls every once in a while from friends wanting to know what I know about Social Security. How can I help them? Well, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some help. I'm going to explain what a community member has done to increase her income by $400 per month. Okay? So make sure you stick around for this entire video, and I'll explain exactly what she is doing. First, and this is something that I want to be very clear on, experts right now believe that there is still a very clear path forward to ensure that Social Security does not become insolvent by 2033. They also believe there's many different recommendations to fix the problem. However, Congress cannot seem to agree on which path to take. Now, in just a second, I will go over what some of these paths are. Now, here's what I can tell you. Let's address the problems that are pertaining to Social Security beneficiaries. And here's what we know, because these problems that we are currently facing, these are life-changing problems. For instance, and this is according to JP Morgan, they are now saying that the economy is already past the point of no return. They say that the economy is headed towards a recession as economic engines are about to turn off. I've been warning people on this, that when we dip into a recession, this means less money for Social Security. Okay, it's all because of layoffs. Now, there'll be more on that in just a moment. There is more and more skepticism right now that Social Security beneficiaries who do have student loan debt, they still have debt. Okay, after 20, 30, 40 years of making payments, they still have student loan debt. And guess what? There's a lot of people that are skeptical that the Biden administration is going to be able to forgive up to $20,000 in student loan debt. So right now, many people believe that nothing is coming, and this is what is causing a major concern, is that their Social Security benefits, if they have to go and make payments to their student loan debt, their Social Security benefits will not cover this. They are going to be actually in the hole. This is problematic, and it's crippling to millions of people's finances. Now, here's what experts are recommending to ensure that Social Security doesn't become insolvent in 2033 or potentially even sooner. Experts believe that the best solution right now to keep Social Security from becoming insolvent is to raise the Social Security tax cap. Currently, the tax cap sits at $160,000 or $160,200 per year. Employees are paying 6.2%, and the employer is paying 6.2% as well, which comes up to 12.4%. However, experts want to see that the income cap is raised from $160,200 to $250,000, so almost a $90,000 increase per year. However, the one person that is holding this back, and the reason why I say the one person that is holding this back is because even though Republicans don't want to see an increase in the income tax, what we are seeing is that Democrats aren't even proposing this increase because of one person. That is President Joe Biden. He has promised when he was first campaigning to be president that nobody making less than $400,000 per year would see a penny more in taxes. And he will not move away from this promise. This is also why some Democrats are open to the idea of having a different person in office for the next 4 years. And not a Republican, but a different Democrat. So, right now, there's a lot of stuff that is on the table, but it's what President Biden is willing to accept as well. But again, that is not the only option that's on the table. Some lawmakers believe that privatizing Social Security would also be the answer. Some Republicans continue to say that raising the full retirement age to age 70 would be the best fix. And Democrats would like to include the Social Security tax on businesses and also investment income. Currently, business and investment income is exempt, but they say this could bring in billions of more dollars every single year, which is true. Now, the other option that has been discussed is raising the payroll tax rate. Here's the problem with raising the payroll tax rate. Currently, like I said, it's 12.4%. But some experts are adamant that raising this to 15.6% would be enough to keep Social Security solvent for many more years. Here's the problem. If we raise the Social Security payroll tax, guess what happens there? This means that people making less than $400,000 per year are technically paying more in taxes. Well, guess what? That's what President Biden says is not going to happen. So, at this point, right now, the promises that President Biden has made are contradicting what other Democrats want to do. This is creating issues. This is why these negotiations will move forward in some areas, but quickly get pulled back because of a promise that was made. Again, I bring this up because this is why some Democrats say that it might be easier, again, some say this, that it might be easier to see a bipartisan bill if there was a Republican in office, not a Democrat like President Joe Biden. They are not saying that they want to see a Republican in office. They're just saying it might be easier because of the promises that this president has actually made. So, let me know your thoughts on that. But that is currently where we stand with Social Security. Now, I want to bring up one other thing, and this is something that somebody recently asked me is, what can I do? I'm collecting Social Security benefits. I think the person was like 71, 72 years old. They're collecting Social Security benefits, have been for many years, but they would like to be able to bring in a little bit more income. What can they do? Is there any way they can raise their Social Security benefits? Now, just to be 100% honest, what I'm going to show you right now, a lot of people are not going to do. And they're not going to do it for one main reason, and it's because it's a little bit of work. That's it. Here's what you can do. There's things that you can buy, okay, all over the United States, in other countries as well. You can buy them and you can sell them, okay? And you can sell them for a decent amount of money. For instance, okay, I have a charger right here. It's an older Apple MacBook charger. So I have a bunch of these that I end up picking up from a yard sale, or it was a yard sale technically, but it was from a school. Well, the school was selling all of their stuff. Okay, they had a bunch. They had boxes of these. I ended up buying them all. These actually sell pretty well. However, I had a couple left over. I sold those, had a couple left over. Now, here's what you can do, and this is exactly what one of the community members is doing. She actually took a course of mine. It's right here. It's called Thrift Store Profits. Now, if you use the link down in the description box below, you can buy it for 65% off. So instead of $47, it's only $16.45. But in it, it teaches you how you can go to thrift stores, buy products, and you can sell them. And you can see the whole course curriculum right here. These are all the different videos. I think there's like 9 hours of video. There's 67 products that sell for huge profits: home goods, toys, electronics, sporting goods, games, clothing, health and beauty, shoes, tools, so much more. All this stuff for just $16.75. You can see it right there. $16.45. Now, how does she do this? Now you can go and get the course, and I'll show you everything that's included and what you can buy, what it sells for, all this stuff. Now, I'm just going to tell you what you can do. So if you want to save the $16, go ahead and save it. But that's going to give you all the information all in one. This is just going to be a quick little rundown. I went to a yard sale just recently. Picked up this. This is an older MacBook. Okay, this is an older one. I believe this was from 2000 and I can't remember when. Okay, but it's older. I think 2012, something like that. So over 10 years old. This one right here, I ended up picking this up for $25. $25 for this MacBook. The reason why is because, and it had all the passwords, everything in it. The reason why is because they didn't know if it worked because it didn't have a charger. Remember how I said I had extra chargers? Guess what? I have the charger for this exact one. Okay, so I bought this for $25. It was a little bit risky because I didn't know if it would work, but I got it home. I plugged it in and it works. Guess what? I paid $25 for this. And I think I bought these, I think they were $2 a piece for these when I purchased them. So I'm all in $27 for this right here, okay? This right here. Look at this. For this exact MacBook, and you can tell what the MacBook is by looking on the back. There's some numbers up here, okay? There's some numbers up here. This is an Apple MacBook A 1466. That's exactly what I put into eBay, and guess what they're selling for? So this right here, okay, this sold today. Okay, today is Sunday, or not Sunday, it's Tuesday, March 21st. This sold right here for $183.60 plus $28 shipping. This one sold for $200 plus $28 shipping. This one sold for, and my guess is maybe it's all the same people. This one sold for $176 plus $28 shipping. This one sold, this is for parts only, sold for $40 plus $20 shipping. Okay, this one sold for $199. You get the idea. It's pretty simple. When this item sells, and yes, I'm saying when, not if it sells, this item will sell. When it sells for, let's say, $200, or let's just say $180, okay? I paid, let's say, $30 for all this stuff. That brings me down to $150. The eBay fees brings me down, let's say another, we'll just say brings me down another $15. That brings me to $135. Shipping, I'll ship it. I'll have a confirmation on it, have insurance. Let's say that's $25 there. So is that $135 minus 25? So I'm gonna make about $110 off of this item. I just picked this up. Okay, I'm gonna make $110 off this. How easy is that? Now, I'm not saying you're gonna be able to find one of these every single week, but this is exactly what one of the community members is doing. Okay, she took the course, the Thrift Store Profits course. Okay, again, $16. Now, again, you don't need the course. It's just gonna make it a lot easier. It's gonna walk you through it step by step, how you ship it, how you list the product, what to buy, what to sell it for, things like that. Okay, but the best part about doing this, you can make a little bit extra money. Whether you're on Social Security now, you're thinking about it, and yes, if you're not at full retirement age, you do give up some of your benefit amount if you make a certain amount of money. So just keep that in mind. But if you're over the age of 67, okay, if you're over the full retirement age, then you get to keep what you make. And so this is why I think this is such a big deal, is because a lot of people are looking at how is the government gonna help out? How are they gonna give us more of an income? When some people are now starting to look at it as, how can I create an income for myself? Okay? So if you have any questions on that, you can also ask your questions down in the comment section below. All I ask is if you can do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also consider subscribing so I can keep you up to date on everything that's going on for Social Security, for Social Security beneficiaries, and the Social Security Administration. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.